Hello guys, good afternoon. Nandito ulit tayo para mag-complete o mag-fill up po nung ibinigay sa atin sa Google AdSense tungkol po sa tax code po natin sa ating mga monetized channel. Okay? Yung mga may channel sa YouTube, guys, lalong-lalo na yung mga monetized channel, meron po tayong na-receive ng email galing po sa Google at kailangan po nating magbayad ng ating tax pag kumikita na po ang ating channel sa YouTube. So, nandito po tayo ngayon. Nag-login po tayo ngayon sa Google AdSense. Ngayon po ay pumunta ako dito sa may payments. Ayan, nandyan na po yung payments. Okay. So, nag-loading tuloy. Ayan, nag-loading tuloy. Ayan. So, kahit na ganun, kahit na nag-loading, sige, i-ano ko na kayo. Didiretso ko na to. Didiretso ko na to kasi na-click ko na. Ayan. Oh, there was a problem. Oh my God. So, yun na. I-reload na lang natin. I-refresh na lang natin. Ayan. So, magko-complete ulit tayo ulit. Ayan na siya, guys. Nag-ano na siya, nag-loading siya. So, nandito tayo sa Google. Sinasabi niya na tayo po ay mag-sign up. So, magsa-sign up tayo, guys. Ayan, guys. Sinasabi dito na mag-sign up tayo sa Google. So, ito na. Naka-sign na ako. So, next. Ayan. Next na. Ayan, guys. Nandito na. So, sabi dito, United States tax info. To find the right tax, please answer a few questions first. The IRS, the U.S. Tax Authority, requires that tax info be reported in letters E or Z and numbers for the blah blah blah. And pwede nyo nang basahin ito, guys. So, ngayon, what type of account is LB Miranda is yun yung ano niya. Pero, ang sa akin kasi, ang inilagay ko dito, individual. Ayan. Individual ang ilagay natin dito. Pagkatapos, next tayo. Tapos dito, pagkatapos nag-next, are you a citizen or resident of the United States? So, ang ilalagay natin, hindi naman tayo residente ng US. So, ang ilalagay natin dito ay no. Yan. No. So, click natin yung next. Ayan. So, select W8 tax form type. Based on your previous selected answers, a W8 form is needed. So, W8B in this form is most commonly used by non-US individuals and would also be used to claim tax treaty benefits. W8CI, this form is most commonly used by a non-US businesses, entity, and individual that earns income related to each U.S. trade or businesses and files a U.S. income tax return. So, ang answer natin dito ay yung W8 bin. Ayan. So, click natin yung start with it bin form. Okay? Ayan. Okay, guys. Ayan na. So, nandito na tayo sa may tax identity. Yung pangalan ko, kailangan kong baguhin yan, guys, kasi ito yung pangalan ko na nasa passbook ko. So, ang gagamitin ko ay yung pangalan ko dun sa channel ko. Okay? So, yan. Ayan. Okay. So, next. Doing business, a name and disregarded identity. So, pwede nyo i-click yung I guys. Doing business as DVE name in a company name different from the owner's name. Disregarded entity is a business entity that has a single owner. Is it a corporation under the U.S. tax law and is not considered an entity separate from its owner for U.S. federal income tax purposes? This is usually shown in the reference number S line in the tax form. So, close natin yan. I-close natin to. Wait close. So, dito, country of citizenship. So, i-click natin yung arrow. Lalabas siya guys. Andun yung choices. Hanapin natin yung Philippines. Philippines yung ilalagay natin. Okay. Saan yung Philippines? Ayun, yung Philippines. Click natin. Okay, so Philippines na yung nakalagay. So, taxpayer identification number or TIN number. So, mayroon akong TIN guys. Mayroon akong TIN. Okay, mayroon akong TIN. So, i-type ko lang yung TIN number ko. Meron akong TIN. Pero kung wala kayong TIN number guys, pwede din naman. Pwede din naman. Ayan. So, type ko lang yung TIN number. Okay guys, ako linagyan ko ng TIN number kasi meron akong TIN number. Ayan. So, next tayo. Next. So, yan. Andito na tayo sa may, ayan na yung W8BIN tax form na pinilapan natin. Tax identity. Nandun na yung pangalan ko. Ayan. So, pati yung address, nandyan na rin. So, ang ilalagay natin dito, Philippines yung nakalagay. Address line 1. Ako, nandito na po yung ano ko, yung address ko guys. Naka-ano na. Ayan, automatic na siya. Ayan. Okay. So, province. Province. Ang lagay ko kasi Pangasinan ako. So, Pangasinan yung pipiliin ko. Ayan. So, yun na. Andun na. So, mailing address is the same as a permanent resident address. So, click natin yan. Check. Tapos, next. Next tayo, guys. So, nandito na. Next. Ayan. Are you claiming a reduced rate withholding under a taxpayer? Lumabas ito, guys, kasi naglagay ako ng TIN number ko kasi may TIN number ako. Pero kung wala kayong TIN number, pwede nyo namang i-click yung no. Pero kung mayroon kayong TIN number, pwede nyo i-click yung yes. Kasi may mga benefits yan guys. Ayan, kagaya ng are you claiming reduced rate withholding under the tax treaty. So titignan natin, the US has income tax treaties with many foreign countries under these treaties. Certain residents may be eligible to pay a lower U.S. tax rate or not pay U.S. tax at all on some types of income from the sources within the U.S. Ayan. So, may posibilidad guys na pagka mayroon kayong wala kayong TIN number, hindi po mababawasan yung tax na i-impose ni Google AdSense sa inyo or ni Google sa inyo. Pero pagka mayroon kayong TIN number, ako kasi meron ako. So, yes yung i-click ko dito. Tapos, residents of country claiming treaty with the US. So, i-click ko yan. Ayan. Residents of country claiming treaty with the US. So, ilalagay natin, click natin yun. Yes. So, mag-choice ulit tayo guys. Kasi ang Pilipinas, pwedeng mag-claim ng, tax reduce sa US. Ayan. Gaya nito, ganyan, Under the tax treaty, several types of income may be exempt from tax or may have reduced tax rate. Pwedeng mabawasan po yung rate na bibigay nila sa atin kung tayo po ay sasagot ng yes at magbibigay ng PIN TIN number. Ayan. And different types of income will have different requirements and limitations for eligibility. Ayan. Kaya ang inilagay ko dito guys, basahin nyo yung mga may II na ganyan guys dito para malaman ninyo kung ano yung rules. Ayan. Residents of country claiming treats in the US, with the US. So, ang nilagay ko dito, Philippines. So, special rates of conditions. You may be exempt or have taxes within the reduced rate or certain incomes type earned within the US. These reduced rates and exemptions vary among countries and specific income types. Select all that apply to you. You can claim any further income type that you may plan to earn from Google product. So, ang i-check ko dito, mayroong tatlong choices dito guys na pwedeng pamilian. Ayan. So, ang pipiliin natin dito, services ng AdSense. So, i-click natin yung services ng AdSense. Ayan. So, mayroong nag-prompt dito o may lumabas dito. Pagkatapos natin i-click yung service ng AdSense, may lumabas dito na choices. So, i-click natin yung arrow. Ang nakalagay doon is article and paragraph. Tapos, yung nakalagay doon is article 8 and paragraph. So, i-choose natin yung article 8 and paragraph. Doon sa pangalawa, withholding rate. 0 reduced rate or 30% default rate. So, ang ilalagay natin, syempre, yung 0 para ma-reduce natin yung rate na tax na ibibigay nila. Ayan. So, reason, LV Eugenio meets the term of the treaty articles as tax residents of the country identified in the tax identification sections. The individual identified in tax identity sections meets required terms of the treaty, doesn't have the permanent establishment in the U.S. and doesn't perform independent personal services in the U.S. Based in the U.S. or the right property in respect of which royalties are paid is set effectively connected with the permanent establishment or fixed base. So, yun na guys. I-click natin to. Ayan. Motion pictures or other ayan. So, motion pictures and TV, YouTube or Google Play. Ayan. So, ayan. So, yan guys. Tapos dito, pagka natapos natin clinic yan, mayroon na namang pamimilian dito sa dalawa na to. Article and paragraph. So, i-click natin yon, article 13 and paragraph. Click natin. Tapos doon, with holding rate. So, reduce 15 rate ang choices na isa. Tapos 13% default rate. So, pipilihin natin yung 15% reduced rate. Ayan, para bumaba. So, reason, LV Eugenio meets the terms of the treaty articles as tax residents of the country identified in the tax identity sections. The individual identified in the tax identity sections meets required terms of the treaty and doesn't have a permanent establishment in the U.S. or the right or property in respect of which the royalties are paid is it effectively connected with the permanent establishment of fixed base. So, click natin yan. Yes. And then, next tayo guys. Next. Ayan. Next tayo. Ayan guys. Ito na. Tax identity. Nandun na. Naka-fill up na lahat. Yung Form 1, Form 2, address. Tapos yung tax treaty. Form 3, Form 4. Documents preview. So, kung gusto nyo makita ito guys, eto, gusto nyo makita yung pinilapan yung form, ayan, i-click nyo lang to guys, i-click nyo lang ito, tapos magpa-prompt siya, makikita nyo. I-double check nyo guys kung ano yung pinilapan nyo, gaya nito. Ayan, meron na siya guys, so, ito, ayan. So, ito yung part 1, ito na yung part 1, ito na yung form, W8Ben, ayan, nandyan na yung data mo, nandyan na yung info mo, ayan, so, wala na kayong gagalawin pa dyan, ayan, so, balik tayo, Balik tayo sa may treaty. Ayan. Okay. So, ito yung ano guys, yung sa pagka gusto nyong basahin yung tax treaty tables, nandito po siya guys. Binasa ko ito. Basahin nyo ito para malaman nyo kung ano yung mga kailangan o kung bakit ini-impose ito ng Google. Ayan. Ang form na ito ay galing po sa IRS. Ayan. Ang IRS guys, dyan nagbabayad yung mga taga-Amerika ng tax nila sa kanilang mga trabaho. Ayan. So, okay. So, balik tayo doon sa Google AdSense natin. Yan. So, I confirm that I have revived the generated tax documents to the best of my knowledge and believe they are true, correct, and complete. So, i-check natin yun. Ayan. Click. So, next tayo. Papunta na tayo sa table 5. Ayan. So, nandito na 1, 2, 3, 4. Complete na po siya. So, nandito na tayo sa number 5. Certifications. Under the penalties of perjury, I declare that I have examined the information on this form and to the best of my knowledge and belief, it is true, correct, and complete. I further certify under the penalties of perjury that I am the individual that is its beneficial owner or am authorized to sign for the individual that I am the beneficial owner of all the income to which these forms relates or I'm using this form to document myself for Chapter 4 purposes. The person's name in the tax identity sections of this form is not a U.S. person. The income to which this form relates not effectively connected with the conduct of the trades and businesses in the U.S. states, effectively connected but is not subject to tax under the applicable income tax treaty or the partner shares of the partner shares effectively connected income. The person's name in the tax identity sections of this form is residents of the treaty countries listed at the tax treaty sections of the form, if any, within the meaning of the income tax treaty between the U.S. and the country and that country for brokers transactions or barter exchanges. The beneficial owner is an exemption foreign person. Furthermore, I authorize this form to be provided for the holding agent that has control receive the custody of income of which I am the beneficial owner of any holding agents that I can disburse or payments of the income which is I am beneficial owner. Your signature, ayan, yan na. Your signature, full name, legal name. So, pwede ko nang ilagay dito yung aking signature. Ayan. Ayan guys. Next. Are you the person listed on signature section? Yes, I am the person listed on the signature sections and I'm completing this form of my own behalf. So, click natin yun. No, I am signing in behalf of the person. Kung hindi ikaw at guardian ka lamang, yung no ang i-click mo. Okay? So, next tayo. Ayan na. Nasa 6 tayo. Nasa 6 last form na ating pipilipan. Activities and services performed in the U.S. affidavit. Activities and services performed in the U.S. So, click natin yon. Tignan natin at basahin natin. Huwag lang tayong click ng next guys. Basahin nyo at intindihin nyo mabuti kasi obligation po natin ito na bayaran. At mahirap na, no? Mahirap na pagka tayo ay nagkamali. Services and activities performed in the U.S. by non-U.S. payers may be subject to U.S. withholding tax and Google may be required to withhold U.S. tax from your payments. If you select no, you're certified that Google doesn't pay you or your organizations for services or activities performed in the U.S. Yan guys. So, unawain nyo yan guys. So, pwedeng hindi bayaran ni Google yung ating mga payments kung hindi tayo magko-comply sa tax na required ng Google sa atin. Ayan. Organizations, no, Google may be required you are required to withhold US tax from your payments if you select no. Okay? You certify that Google doesn't pay you or your organization for services or activities performed in the US. If you select yes, you may able to reduce the rate. Yan, pagka sinilik natin yung yes guys, pwede tayong mabawasan sa ating mga tax na babayaran sa Google, sa ating makinikita sa ating channel sa YouTube. Ayan. Yes, you may able to reduce the rate of the eliminate US withholding tax if you complete a US tax form within valid income tax treaty claim. Ayan. So, yun na guys. So, ito na. Kompleto na yung sa akin. Kompleto na. Tax identity. Nakalagay na. Pati address. Meron ng ID. Tax treaty. Yan. Certifications. Yes. Tax treaty country. Philippines. Income type. Services. Article and paragraph. Article 8 and paragraph 1. Withholding rate. Reduce rate. Income type. Other copyright. Article and paragraph. Article 13 and paragraph 2A, withholding rate, 15 reduce rate, ayan, document preview, ayan, certifications, ayan, certified by LB Eugenio, yan na guys, nandito na ako, sinicertify ko na. So, activities and services performed in the US and affidavit, activities and services performed in the US, so may I doon, i-check natin yun guys kung ano yung sinasabi niya. Services and activities performed in the US by non-US payees may be subject to US withholding tax and Google may be required to withhold US tax from your payments. Ayan. Pwedeng i-hold ni Google kung hindi tayo magbabayad ng ating tax para sa ating mga kinikita sa YouTube. Kailangan talaga tayo ay magbayad. If you select no, kung no ang ating pinili, your certified Google doesn't pay you. Ayan. Pinapatunayan mo na si Google, uma-agree ka na hindi niya babayaran yung no, you're certified that Google doesn't pay you. Hindi ka niya babayaran or your organizations for services or activities performed in the US. Kung ang ating mga channels ay exposed sa US. So, meaning, kung marami tayong mga viewers sa US, pwede nilang hindi bayaran guys kung sinilik natin yung no. Pero pagka sinilik natin yung yes, ayun guys, mababawasan yung ating babayaran sa tax kung mag-yes lang tayo at magbabayad tayo sa ating tax sa ating mga YouTube channels. Ayan. So, activities performed in the US, if you select yes, you may be able to reduce. Ayan na siya guys. Kung nag-select ka ng yes, pwedeng mabawasan ang iyong babayarang tax. Ayan. Sa US, within holding tax if you complete US tax form with the valid income tax treaty claims. Ayan. So, yun na guys. Nandun na. So, ang has an individual or entity identified the tax identity sections perform on any activities Google within US. Okay. So, yes. Has the individual or entity identified in the tax identity section performs. Ayan. Yan na siya. So, status change affidavit. Are you providing tax info for a new existing payment profile that has received payments or an existing payment profile has previously received payments? I am providing, ayan, yung sa 02 guys, ito yung first. I am providing tax info for a new existing payment profile that doesn't have received payments. Kung ang inyong mga channel ay hindi pa kayo nakatanggap ng inyong babayaran ng inyong sweldo, hindi pa kayo nakatanggap ng inyong sweldo sa YouTube, ang i-click nyong pipiliin ay yung I am providing tax info for a new existing payments profile that hasn't received any payments muna guys. Pero pagka mayroong pero kayo po ay nagsisweldo sa inyo ng mga channel I am providing tax info for an existing payments profile that has previously received payments. Ayan. Ito naman ang i-click ninyo. Ito ang i-click ninyo guys kung nakakatanggap na kayo ng inyong mga sweldo sa inyong mga channels. Ayan. So, yun na guys. Complete na. So, i-click na lang yung submit. Ayan. So, yes doon. Submit. Ayan. So, submit na lang siya guys. So, yan na guys, yung ating pagtuturo. This is the tips how you fill up your US tax from the RIS US tax code. Ayan. So, ito na guys. Tapos na siya guys. So, pwede nyo na i-click. Pagka na-complete nyo na lahat yan, pwede nyo na i-click yung submit. Ayan, yung submit. Tapos, hintay nyo na lang mga 1 week kung nag-grant na po yung ano. Kung hindi naman po nag-grant siguro o mag-grant man at wala nang dapat pang ipilapan, mag-i-email naman po sila sa atin. O kaya mayroong magpapakita kagaya nito, magpapakita dyan sa taas kung may mali tayong hindi na-complete sa ating pag-fill up sa ating W8 bin tax form. Ayan. So, yan na guys. Maraming salamat sa inyong mga pagtangkilid. Sana nakatulong din ako sa inyo kung paano mag-fill up ng inyong mga manage ng tax info sa W8 bin tax forms na nanggaling po sa Google. Ayan. So, thank you guys. Yan na lang muna lahat. So, have a good day everyone. Bye.